It all, Crossroads.
Well, I'll just slip into the kitchen and see what I can rustle up.
Yeah, good idea.
Well, well, well.
Not a word. Not a glimmer. No, I want that understood right from the start. Now, why are you here?
Like the good lady said, delivering a car.
Oh, don't mess me about. Why, really?
The thought of you has kept me awake nights.
Just cut the funny stuff, will you?
It is exactly as it seems, Mr. Lamont. Do you know, I saw that name on the worksheet and it did cross my mind, but I thought, no, it couldn't be.
She's too good for me.
Far and away.
All right. So now you know. What happens?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Why should it? No, thank you.
Small world.
Minute.
I saw Eddie the other day. Visiting time. He was glad to see me.
Good.
Well, time drags in there. Friends who remember are friends indeed. Oh, still a little flicker in that torch you're carrying, is there? Silly girl. Well, he wasn't worth it.
I do my own sums.
He wasn't really.
Don't you start trying to tell me what he was and what he wasn't. I know. In a way you could never begin to comprehend.
Yeah. I'm feeling kind of brute, aren't I? Cheers.
Oh, hi there, Jill. Listen, do you want your dinner in here?
I can only just remember having breakfast.
Oh, well, doesn't time fly when you're having fun, love?
And what's on then today that's special?
Well, we got cod for the fish.
Oh, what's for meat?
Roast turkey.
Oh, roast turkey.
Spuds.
Oh, dear, we're going to be having enough of all that at Christmas.
Guess what I shall be having for my Christmas dinner?
What?
Enchiladas. Enchiladas, don't you know what they are? It's like doughy bits of things, you know, over chicken or cheese. Lots of lovely Mexican sauce poured all over it. Ooh, I love Mexican food. And I shall be having quite a lot where I'm going in America.
Oh, yes, of course. I forgot. When are you going?
Next week.
2 years in a row.
Well, I hadn't really planned on it, you know, but I thought with the fire and everything, well, I'm dispensable, aren't I? What about you?
Oh, well, Sarah Jane will be with her father. And the second Mrs. Harvey, of course.
Tough, that.
Oh, not really. It's not that bad. Just doesn't seem like Christmas, that's all. Look, I'd like you to take something with you for Nicky. I know he's too young really to remember, but, you know, just a thought.
Of course he remembers. I tell him about all the friends here. You know, just to keep it alive for him, just in case. Well, you never know, do you? So you see, we're both in the same boat.
Well, what's one Christmas more or less between friends?
Pity about you. I could have given you a miss, I really could.
So who are you with now, then?
With? You mean men?
Oh, you laugh us off, do you?
All the way.
Oh, pity. Well, I mean, it's such a waste, isn't it?
I'll live with it. So, crime pays, as they say.
Crime?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, is that how you see me?
My mistake. Salt of the earth. Pillar of society.
Well, not that it's any of your business, but that little incident was a one-off.
Oh, yeah? Off scot-free. Sorry, sir. Won't happen again, sir.
It was something that needed to be done. I was being got at, and I had to come out winning.
I see. In everyday life, you're an angel, are you?
I'm legit.
It's just the company you keep.
I keep about the best company there is in these parts, and you better believe it.
And 200 grams worth of camera lenses is just an embarrassing oversight.
I was impounding them.
Woohoo! No, I've never heard that one before. It's good.
And have you heard about grey imports?
As opposed to black and white, you mean?
I'm trying to tell you something. Look. They are part of the armaments in the discount war. When the pound is strong, you buy abroad.
To sell here?
No, you don't sell them. You move them. You wait for a currency to fluctuate in your favour, and then you juggle.
That doesn't compute.
Well, it works.
Oh, I'm sure it does. So where does hijacking come in?
Well, a competitor was trying to muscle in on some of my merchandise, and that is not on. So it was to everyone's advantage, except his, of course, if he was unable to offload at the right moment.
Eddie's in prison.
Not for that, he broke parole.
But it sent him on the run, didn't it?
Well, he knew the risks. He was getting well paid. He'd be looked after, don't worry about it. Are you waiting for him?
No, I am not.
Does he know that?
It'll have dawned.
You like Jennifer?
What?
I said, do you like Jennifer?
Yeah.
Good.
Why?
Keep in touch.
Listen.
No, you listen to me. Now you know the setup, there's no need to probe, is there? And I can see that probing is part of your nature, because Jennifer and all of this is very important to me.
Glad to hear it.
And I don't let anything threaten it.
Prawn salad, how's that?
Positive banquet.
Right, well, I'll leave you two girls to enjoy yourselves then.
Oh, aren't you going to join us? There is plenty.
No time, Petal. I've got all those phone calls to see to.
Oh,
Well,
you...
somebody's got to keep the wolf from the door. Well, you two girls seem to be getting on very well. That's nice. That's very nice.
I despair of him sometimes, but underneath, he's such a dear.
I'll give you a hand with the washing up if you like. Oh.
No, I did it half an hour ago.
Oh, well, never mind. Next time. Going out?
Yes, matter of fact, I shan't be long. If anybody rings, take a message, will you?
Oh, I'll come with you. You can show me the sights if I can stand the excitement.
No, not this time. I've got one or two things to do. I'll see you later.
Kath, are you going to see Iris?
As a matter of fact, yes, I am.
I can always see straight through you, Kath. What are you up to? I'm coming with you to see my little girl.
Rose, no.
Oh, but I want to give her a surprise.
It's you that'll have the surprise. Now, look. Sit down and listen to me.
Don't
sit
down.
down. Look, there's no easy way of saying this. I'm sorry, but Iris isn't at all keen on having anything to do with you.
Don't talk daft, I'm a mum.
Yeah, but it's just a word, isn't it, as far as you're concerned? And going on about it isn't going to make it any easier. You're just going to have to face this, Rose. I asked Iris if she'd like me to write to you, and she said definitely not. Now, I've still got to admit that I did get in touch with you. And she's not going to like that, not one little bit.
She'll soon get over it.
Oh, I don't know. She can be as hard as nails, that one. After all she's been through, it's...
What's she been through?
Well, everything. And she's been on her own, not knowing what happened to her mother, everything.
I'll make it up to her.
Let's hope you can. But first, we've got to get used to the idea of you being here, haven't we? And agreeing to see you in the end. You just have to leave it to me to do things the best way I can. Gently. Rushing in things and doing things like that the way you usually do it'll ruin everything. Now, look, will you promise me that you won't have anything to do with Iris until I tell you it's all right?
I don't suppose I've got any option. I don't know where she lives, do I?
No, but will you promise me?
Oh, all right. Don't go on about it. But, Kath, let her know how much I'm looking forward to seeing her. Here, bring her straight back with you and we'll all have tea together.
See, that's what happens to the VAT returns, is it?
Would that it were.
What are you doing? Warming your fingers for the little typewriter? What's up?
Little messages from the past.
Oh?
I had news about Eddie Lee this morning.
Who from?
He's back inside.
Oh.
I figured he must be, but I did kid myself into a little bit of freedom for him. On the run, eh? Poor old love. Over it, wasn't I? Right over it.
Well, look, now you know where he is. Why don't you... No.
Just talking about him's bad enough, but seeing him again, oh dear.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'm free tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a hot pot that might stretch to a couple of slimmers.
Mm-hmm.
And a bottle of plonk and scintillating conversation.
Oh, scintillate, scintillate.
So why don't you come over? I'll see you at 6, okay?
Right.
And, Sharon, what's the, dare I say it, fire for?
Well, you kid yourself, you can burn your boats, don't you?
That chair comfortable?
Yes, sir. That's the second time you've asked me that. Why?
Because I normally sit in it.
Feels like the springs have been given a bit of a bashing. They'll be glad of a lighter load for a change. I get you a cup of tea?
No, thank you very much. I'd hate to put you out. I'll rephrase that. I'd hate to inconvenience you. Where's Kath?
Out.
Oh, did she say where she was going?
Might have done. Didn't take much notice. Shopping first, I think.
Oh, well, then I don't suppose she'll be long. I'll wait for my tea till she gets back.
Well, you'll have to have it without me, I'm afraid. Hope you won't be too disappointed.
I'll try to keep my upper lip stiff.
You see a bit of paper with a cat's handwriting on it anywhere?
No? What is it?
Well, she wrote out Iris's address and how to get there. Oh, I'll be late if I'm not careful. Where the flipping heck is it?
Well, I haven't got it.
Oh, I wonder where it is. I wonder if she threw it away by mistake before she went out, or maybe took it with her. Who else would know Iris's address? Who could I ask?
Well, you could start with me. I know it.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Well, what is it? No, wait a minute, I'll write it down. Have you got a piece of paper and a pencil? Oh, I'll better explain how to get there. There. Are you sure Kath said it was all right for you to go round there? Would she have written down the address and how to get there if it wasn't?
Oh, that's true.
Still, suit yourself. If I don't see Iris today, I can see her tomorrow or in a couple of days' time. It's been 13 years. Even another week or two won't make all that much difference.
Yes, well, as you hear, you don't want to hang about, do you? Here you are.
Thanks, Arthur.
Did David say which estimate he preferred?
No, David looked at them and gave them to me, but he said he meant you to decide.
Well, of course, Potter's is the lowest, but, I mean, the work's so erratic. If it is up to me...
You sound surprised.
I go for Pepperidge and Son. Do you ever discuss business at home? Sorry, just occurred to me, curiosity, you know. Over the dinner table?
Not really, unless things are really bad, you know, like after the fire.
Things aren't too good now.
David sees it as a transition. Bookings are up even for Christmas.
It's strange, that, isn't it? I mean, why should people want to come and spend Christmas here? I mean, really, we're just a shell.
It's mostly the overflow from family parties, isn't it? I mean, that's what David says. Just a place to change your clothes. All they need is bed and breakfast.
You know, I recognise some of the names in the bookings. Some of them have been here since we first started, since there first was a motel. Can you imagine it?
I expect you've made arrangements for Christmas, but if you haven't, David and I would like you to spend it with us.
That is kind.
Keep the old traditions going, you know. Mean a great deal to us.
And to me, too. For the same reason.
You'll come, then?
Of course I'll come.
Kath? Yes, me. Oh, fetch yourself a cup, love. There's plenty of tea for both of us, and it's fresh brewed.
Oh, I've had some, thanks.
Yeah, well, another cup won't do you any harm a cold day like this.
All right.
I made myself a sandwich. Oh, I kicked myself missing lunch like that.
It's probably done you good, you know. Some people go on a 3-day fast for their health.
Yeah, well, that may be all right for some people with a certain sort of constitution, but I need feeding 3 times a day, every day.
You've got enough there for 2 meals, haven't you?
It all depends on your metabolism. I've got a very high metabolism. Or is it low?
I expect it's one or the other.
Yeah, what is this sandwich spread?
Ham and pork patty.
Oh, funny, I don't usually like pork and ham.
Oh, it's news to me, about as fussy as an ostrich.
Well, I mean, I don't like it as much as some of the things you do. This is nice.
Yes, that new herb I put in.
No, not these. Just the 2 of us being here together for a bit. House full of in-laws. The only time I get to see you alone is in bed. And you work so hard at that motel and at looking after us all. So it's a wonder you can stay awake long enough to say good night.
Well, it's all worth it, you know, if it's appreciated.
It is, Kath. My word, it is.
Oh.
Where you been?
Iris is.
Oh, how was she?
She wasn't there. She was round collecting her unemployment money.
You see Rose?
No, why?
Well, she must have got there after you left.
She wouldn't be going round to Iris if she'd done her address.
Well, of course she does. You told her.
What are you talking about?
Well, she said you told her the address and how to get there.
That's the last thing I'd do.
She said you wrote it down on a bit of paper, but she lost the paper.
You didn't give it to her, did you?
Well, yes. You said that...
Oh, you should have known better.
Why should I? I'm not in the habit of suspecting people, particularly my own family, even if it is only by marriage.
Yeah, you're quite right. I'm sorry. Oh, the lying, calculating. She promised me faith.
Where are you going?
Oh, back to Iris's. Stop Rose doing too much damage.
Too late, Mr. Chance. It is 2 minutes past 6, and I do not rearrange my evening on that kind of notice. My pleasure.
A distinctly cold front.
Liberty. Could I stay on an hour to help him with the VAT returns? No, I could not. I do have a life of my own elsewhere, of sorts.
Oh, good. You coming back with me then? To my flat?
Yeah.
Jolly good, because I want to ask a favour.
Favours need lots of notice.
Oh, dear.
Go on, what is it?
Well, I've been talking to David Hunter, you see, and it's going to be at least 2 months before they get together the kitchen and the restaurant. So I thought, what a great time to go and see Nicky. And...
You want me to come with you?
No, but I would like you to be caretaker for me.
Huh?
Me flat.
Oh.
I was getting a panic if I just lock it up and leave it, you know. So I thought, well, if it was in the capable hands of a wonderful, wonderful person like you, Sharon Metcalfe.
Silver tongue. I'd have to keep my own place on as well, though, wouldn't I?
Oh, well, my flat's much nicer than that poky little room of yours.
My room is not pokey.
All right. That vast, elegant telephone booth, then. What do you say?
Yes, please.
How long do you think it'll be before she's back?
Any time now. I thought you wasn't coming round to see Iris yet.
Who told you that?
Your sister. Mrs. Brownlow said you wasn't going to see Iris until she'd fixed it first.
We changed our minds.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
I am. She is my daughter.
She's a stranger. I know her better than you do. I've seen her go through a lot these past 3 or 4 months.
I'm her mum. I know her.
You wouldn't know her if she sat next to you on the bus. She wouldn't know you. Still, it's none of my business.
That's the truest word you've said.
In that case, I'll say no more.
Look, I'm here, close to her, for the first time since I went away from her. I can't wait. I've got to see her. Don't you understand?
Maybe. Only hope it works out all right, that's all I can say. Now, you sure you don't want me to tell her who you are?
No. Let me get a good look at her first. Lord, is that her?
I expect so. Iris? Is that you?
Yeah. Hello, love.
Iris? This is a friend of mine.
Hello. Hello.
I was just going to make a cup of tea. Would you like one, love?
I'll do that. You get on with your ironing. Got some nice cream biscuits here. You can have them with it.
What was it like out?
Oh, you know. Usual Christmas rush. People buzzing around like flies.
Oh, Christmas. That always makes folk jumpy and bad-tempered. They get all wound up worrying about finding the money before Christmas to buy bottles of rubbish for other people. Afterwards, they worry about finding the money to go to the sales to buy a lot more rubbish for themselves.
Yeah, too true. You've turned out all right. Grown up to be a real nice girl. You what? I'm not surprised. You always did have nice eyes and a lovely smile. Iris, don't you know who I am? Must have guessed who I am by now. Well, haven't you got anything to say?